This is the Election Bureau. Hello and welcome to the Citi Newsroom. My name is Bobie Osei.
And I am Nina W. Coming up.
Akufo-Addo Mahama signed peace pact ahead of December 7 polls.
I'm happy to give my word that we shall accept the verdict of the people of Ghana. Above all, I pledge that the peace, unity, and safety of Ghana.
We've done it before, and we can do it again. Let us on Monday exercise the ghost of Ayawaso West Wagon. My name is John Dramani Mahama, and I stand for peace.
A few days to the elections, the presidential candidates for the NPP and NDC battle it out in Greater Accra region as they wrap up their campaign in the capital city.
The new Patriotic Party has a blueprint for the development of our country. The foundation for that blueprint has been laid in Akufo-Addo's first term.
Assembly plan Kukuruebi and Nipa of Habia Ejumenti, Nipa more than 100,000 on Manu Ejuma and Bomb, and the Embassosa.
On Constituency Radar today, the spotlight is on the Ayawaso Central Constituency, where the parliamentary candidate of the National Democratic Congress, Abdul Rauf Tubazu, has vowed to unseat the incumbent MP, Henry Quartey.
Our candidate, he's a two-time candidate. He has been tested. Everybody has seen his performance. So it's not that he's coming to tell us that I'm coming to do A, I'm coming to do B, I'm coming to do C.
By the grace of the Almighty God that I serve, victory is not that I'm winning, I have won by the grace of God.
And later we'll take you to the Mfantaman constituency in the central region, where some residents there have resolved to vote for the NPP parliamentary candidate Ophelia Hayford in honor of her late husband, Echo Hayford.
Central region, so Kotokraba market. Nini JM no yeah. It's JM all the way.
My vote to quote MPP. Every MPP to 100 years MPP.
Let's bring you the details now. The presidential candidates of the New Patriotic Party and the National Democratic Congress, NDC, have committed to peace before, during and after the 2020 elections.
The two, in signing the peace agreements, pledged to work for a peaceful and open electoral process on December 7. There's more in this report.
Ahead of the 2020 general elections on Monday, December 7, the National Peace Council coordinated the signing of the third peace pact between the two main political parties, NPP and the NDC. This was witnessed by high-profile personalities, including the National Chief Imam, the Chief Justice, United Nations officials, President of the National House of Chiefs, and other members of the diplomatic community. The parties committed to ensuring peace during the elections on Monday.
Just as it was in 2016, we want this victory to be sweet and incontestable. I've said that we believe in elections, and I'm happy to give my word that we shall accept the verdict of the people of Ghana. Above all, I pledge that the peace, unity, and safety of Ghana will be our primary consideration.
The flag bearer of the NDC, John Mahama, in expressing doubt about the commitment of the incumbent government to oversee a peaceful electoral process, charged the security agencies to be up to the task on election day.
But ladies and gentlemen, we are optimistic. In the face of similar doubts in the past, Ghanaians have risen to the occasion and delivered a peaceful, successful election. It is my prayer that despite our deepest fears, we shall be proved wrong, and Ghana will once again be proven to be the beacon of democracy.
The Electoral Commission assured that the results of the 2020 polls would be a true reflection of the will of the people.
I assure you that the results will be a true reflection of the will of the people, as documented on the results collation sheets, namely the pink sheets.
Former President of Liberia, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, urged both parties to maintain the peace and stability Ghana enjoys.
Ghana stands as a model that we all look to for an example.
The flag bearer of the opposition National Democratic Congress, John Dramani Mahama, has promised tax exemption for petty traders in the next NDC administration. He says traders who do not earn up to 200,000 Ghana cedis a year will be exempted from paying income tax. He said this during an engagement with traders at Kaneshi Market in the Okankwe South constituency of the Greater Accra region.
John Dramani Mahama started a two-day tour of the Greater Accra region on Friday with a visit to the 37 licensed station in the Ladadikotopon constituency. He had an interaction with traders and stakeholders on key policies of the NDC ahead of the 2020 elections. John Mahama also engaged artisans and traders at the Odona garages in the Koliklote constituency. The NDC leader promised that the next NDC government will improve on the sanitary conditions of the area. He also promised them a health facility. The NDC presidential candidate also made a stop at the Kaneshi Market in the Okankwe South constituency. He assured the petty traders of tax exemptions if he's re-elected at the polls on Monday.
Ghana revenue bejemono. Meka amao, meka AMA. Ghana revenue dieno. Eno ene wa aban kukumu. Yakase wa enyoma wotono. Afi se yehwe usika wo dane no ewo wejumamu. Se ujadie no endu 200,000 Ghana. Enye Ghana Revenue Authority tuona omoje ono. Ye income tax no. Ye jai.
He says the Kaneshi Market, among other satellite markets, would be renovated if the NDC is re-elected to accommodate hawkers along the streets. In his engagement with traders at Abusokai, John Mahama promised to withdraw the law that bans the importation of accident cars. John Mahama also promised that the next NDC government will construct an auto city for spare parts dealers of Abusokai.
Now, some residents of the Infantiman constituency in the central region have resolved to vote for the NPP parliamentary candidate, Ophelia Hayford, in honor of her late husband, Eko Hayford. Until his demise, the late Eko Hayford was the incumbent and member of parliament for the constituency. Citi News' Vivian Kailoko visited the constituency and has filed this report.
The Election Bureau, my name is Vivian Kailoko. I'm coming to you from the Mankesim market here in the central region. Now, the Mankesim constituency has come on the radar for one reason. It's a member of parliament who was to contest for the 2020 elections was killed by armed men recently. Now, today we've come to the constituency to look at how election and the campaign is coming up in this constituency, especially the constituency coming in the news because of what happened. Now, we all know that the Honorable Hayford, who was killed, by armed robbers recently. His wife is now contesting to take up the seat here in the constituency. But do the people here support this? And will they be voting for the wife or the widow in this case? And what are the chances of the NDC? We'll be looking at that here at the Mankesim market. We'll also go across the constituency to pick their thoughts. But how are things panning out? Come with me as we look at this in the election bureau here on Citi TV and Citi FM. And what shall we do? But I say Linda. Answer Linda. But I won't say. Now turn down her. But you know, slippers in Yama. Now slippers no I can't say anything.
And the marketing in the shed you wrap Christmas, but marketing in the and as you say, no man is no quiet. To be a banana born now. No. Before this month, now you try to find. Oh, nay, yeah, before Christmas in the nay, but you run over May Day. And go ye cry. Now elections no so a question. Election in the be kind of be an idea when it's true. And he say, yeah, did it. They're now overshare now they are twaba. I said, more. And then there was a black one of the corner. The washer, a coy, and away with the over to a man. Now, a bravo, a coy. And she don't go years, but I didn't the open now open. Say, a coy, say, open. And to the way Casame who said, and coy ye, but to my MPP. Oh, me dear, I will meet you. 26 to about. Me there, I will meet you. The politics, they are not in pair, but they are better there. Now, government now also why free SHS need Niama. What we need say what? Free SHS now why any there? Yeah, but baby needs to toss in kakra. What was it? Baby needs to toss in kakra. I know so there. Baby needs to toss in it. Say, oh, say the way I did, Colana was now one may be my bet nephew and I dare me. And one of their toss in kakra. I percent now, Yanni saying. Ah, come here, my dream is saying. Colani now, Muko Squa, and cannot be boy, but a bimuba 3 months. 3 months in bed do not a Colani in your So I'm picking some more thoughts from market women here at the Mankesim market. It's a market day today. It's a few days to the elections and quite a crowded place we have here in Mankesim. So let's see what they think about the campaign, elections coming up and all that. Now, 2016 Mutuaba. But I had 2020 we were to Aba. To fire Ghana for. It's yeah, more to Abano. Dear Niama Ben, Namubeshe, Namudiama, and Namudiama. And it is master. The Casa Obeshe said, if on Wire Road, Wire, Wama will see Niama Ben, Ocean. But when they mean to me, they met me, I can say, Drua, then the Drua, if I'm in the politics. We mean politics. I mean, go for people and people and this. So we say, I can't, yeah. I don't know, baby, I'm lying. It's me, if I'm in the politics. Okay. No, another promise, I say. Oh, my, I covered the buy. Oh, my, I can't show electricity. Yeah, it's going to be the best year journey. Okay. You're fairly forms, no. That is a BNB. My year, the end of best and so, off my other my association by maybe what you are changing, I change. And so say I won't cost it, but your mom was asking, maybe I'm about cost it. Oh, Miss Amatoma, I uncle. Matoma boom, boom, uncle. It was an MPP on this show. Yeah, so answer. Didn't you say, Papa? It's your say, I'm a good super. Never say good super here. Now, go over the man who shall bet to me, and now obviously, all the good man and call small parties always to vote. Yeah, we ain't wasting no. No bachelor next time. Now, what to her? More free her.
Now, recently, no more MP no yekuno. To see an year in the ejinaso. Ebu say based on that, no more the money here no. Sana mamos.
Yeah, she bet me up to a man. By a man pipe on the say. Ghana for Yama and Maya Reho. A pay woo ye, you was a apostle. Since you are politics, Yantin one who she be a Yantin she a cram a real crowd. As you can welcome some to Abba. It's not about the money pound or part. You couldn't just like that.
Hey, this man no one twice and now this.
I buy my sister win. Well, I buy it. Who done the man and it's one cash she was my Yanis Castle. It is a bill or a boy that I buy. What is coming up there? Copy the bar of a man by me for you. Yeah,
some failure forms.
Madam, what about the man who was outside the card go for family? So, yeah, to the one is covered the bill of Mobumo. Like Yakagana will. It is a biscuit, the Anabia, Margaret, some of my yet rather than Traba. Was I not by that to your move for Sudala?
Now, recently, no more MP, no Yakuno. People say based on that, so I'm better money here, no, say, oh, no, or you know, so.
Oh, no, I am many. MP, I walk on the door, no, kind of Malamija, I am Papa, post and then. Now, I'm about what. No, so. You go to me as I'm watching. No, you're first, no, you're MP. Oh, yeah, offender. MP, what an ass I'm watching. I don't know why the movie of my head to go off an ass I be market. No quality way so ban, a son cannot show good, only you, Papa. It's no one in the Yamini. I hear parts on it, no quite. On it, the cannon so blame me, bro, and bend your offender. A son, no great about Raman. I'm an answer about you, Kunuma Pa. Oh, yeah, do as I'm a man, get some of my son, a donor, or the mark model. No more was so that beyond the baby. And I demand a catch my son and people of my pain. I meant to my
over you scared, oh, your blouse.
My quarter, my to me, catch my son, I meant to my and another dog, Kufado. Was I am madam or do that? No, you want my hair. And I want to the Juma. On this canoe here, car. One day you'll be yes, you want to diet me your children. I'm a bass and grass onto the map. Look what my offender, a quarter and a yellow. One wow, Conamo was on Kunuma. Aliado, as Samala.
Yo, mammy made our sing, I mean, shower. The election bureau, it is Citi Newsroom, it is the voters' diary. My name is Vivian Kailoko. We're coming to you from the Mankesim market here in the central region. We're picking their thoughts of market men and women as the election draws closer. Now, this market is also popularly known for kako. A lot of people come here to get kako and take it from all places around the country. So I'm going to go to the hub where there's the kako to also pick their thoughts. Pretty busy here, so that's what we're seeing over here. But I'm going to maneuver through the crowds and get you some great interviews from market men and women here at the Mankesim market in the central region. A lot of business going on here. Boss, what's on there?
What's on the
What's anything?
Baku 1 city, 2 city.
Yeah, you might have tried it.
Yantoshi, you're buying in the Missa. The Sassano Boy, first now, and this time on clear fun for and people buy what to office in you're going to be questioning a gentleman. Cook Massey. Since I have black and see a person, system.
Someone to pass all about to my wine.
Maybe to me, no, whom I'm an the other year. No, if any snake or 2 million people, but we have shown you and see a snake and this.
Presidential to my NDC and a parliamentary MP, so they might be more MP no Yakuno. Here is a son or the Beman and not Bema NDC.
Mamma NDC.
Open someone system.
But Yaman after all education, only every few moments in the Yacha. For soon, yes.
Patrick Frozen.
But then, yes, I can't.
Our papa said that was sick.
With barely few days to the general elections, President Akufo-Addo has reiterated that he has a superior record in office than his main opponent. Nana Akufo-Addo says his performance in the last 4 years is clearly indicates his commitment to develop the country. There's more in this report.
The first day of the president's 2-day campaign of the Greater Accra region took him to the Tema East constituency, Ashaman and Lejokuku. The final stretch of the campaign is aimed at soliciting support for the party on Monday. Addressing a rally at Tema, Nana Akufo-Addo said 4 more years for him will transform the country.
The New Patriotic Party has a blueprint for the development of our country. The foundation for that blueprint has been laid in Akufo-Addo's first term. The second term, we're going to construct a house of prosperity, of progress, of development in our country. Afia baya babetoi. Ejes afrase edano boom debi. Afidie. Enam tumia mizia nunti. Ebeye boom 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 boom. Ama penifo.
Trade and Industry Minister Alan Tremantin said the last years under President Akufo-Addo has been exceptional.
This is within a matter of 4 years. Only 4 years old. Within 4 years, Juma Nanadu as president, and then a chain 8 years of a bimu Juma Babaye. And Mr. Mubi, Mamuma Obian Confisimu.
The president earlier held a meeting with the leadership of some labor unions in the country. The president reiterated his commitment towards a peaceful election on Monday.
The commitment about peace and stability in the country. My whole life has been dedicated to fighting for democracy in Ghana. And I understand democracy to mean giving people an opportunity, a fair, open opportunity to decide for themselves who they want to rule. Not rule at the behest of a gun, not rule at the behest of a revolution, but rule by just the simple exercise of the franchise of the ballot. So the idea that somehow or other my government or myself would be interested in setting up a situation whereby Ghanaians would be intimidated is abhorrent to every single part of my nature, to my very being. I'm a firm believer in democratic government. I don't think it is an accident that the great democracies of the world are the most prosperous nations on the globe. I think there's an intimate...
You're still watching the Citi Newsroom. Time now for us to take a break. When we return, the spotlight for our constituency radar is on the Ayawaso Central constituency, where the parliamentary candidate of the National Democratic Congress, Abdul Rauf Tubazu, has vowed to unseat the incumbent Member of Parliament, Henry Quartey.
Details after this break. Do stay.
Get ready for festive fun galore with DSTV School of Laughter. Send those galactic monsters packing with the help of Ollie and his buddies on Nicktoons. Take flight for a bird's eye view of India's diverse cultures and scenery with National Geographic. And set off on the ultimate scientific adventure with Seth and his Fungi friends on Cartoon Network. Thank goodness it's festive, so enjoy the holidays with DSTV.
Ghana for say agro no be dey fia no pa agro no aso na aso yi ye beto aba December ya to sa papa ni nyina atwene ni asa nkɔhye ase bi sam fie na na de anim de ya digya Akufo-Addo ni ba umia ani MPP fo no must yashasia, Kuayo Tumpong, and Momosia Tumpong, Hospital Tumpong, Aquani, Adianina, sorry, Sikasam so investors near Diaba. Mribia Ghana for that did too many Bashians. Manu Puntu says Casama Bonse. Manu, sorry. It's 3 years or so. Say in Super Payanum, the first room, the Bia, Sequayo, hospital, healthcare, housing, Aquan Papa. One way in now, we are in Nadia, young Cossessa. They need too many from home. Young Sam Fanco here from you. The master as a Ghana for only in Nina, and I'd wait and some man of fine, one of us say. The Quan was this on Cosu, the Massey.
Rigworld Solutions, forging the frameworks of Ghanaian industry. Engineering solutions from the heart of Takrade, Kejebil. At Rigworld Solutions, we manufacture industrial bolts and nuts, fasteners, hoses and fittings for the extractive and petrochemical industries. World-class products with local expertise. Locate our factory in Kejebil off the Takrade Takwa Road. Call 0302 949917 or 0540-107504. Email enquiries@rigworldsolutions.com. Rigworld Solutions, crafted in Ghana, engineered for the world.
Their 8-year rule in Ghana brought nothing but hardship and international embarrassment.
Of particular significance will be the enhanced powers of the airport. I'm missing some pages here.
What about you, Mr. President? Have you been offered a bribe before?
You mean as president?
As John Mahama?
As a human being?
As a person?
Any human being in the world would have encountered, corruption in a way, one way or the other.
What are you going to do about this astonishing rate of inflation? You're hitting 15%. People are suffering in very tangible ways. We've seen scenes in Accra that we don't usually associate with Ghana at all.
Ghana, poster boy of the African continent, economy was booming. Where did it all go wrong? And, with all due respect to you, on your watch?
Well, I don't know how to put it.
This is incompetence, clueless, embarrassing Ghana, embarrassing you.
Don't let us go back. Let's protect the progress we are making this December. Vote the NPP to continue with the leadership of service.
Speed thrills, but it kills. An open road in good condition may entice a driver to speed. As a driver, you must not speed, especially in areas where speeds of less than 50 kilometers per hour are required. Road engineers sometimes construct speed humps in an effort to make drivers reduce speeds, especially in residential areas, commercial areas, and near schools where speeds of less than 30 kilometers per hour are required. If you are driving in such areas, please slow down so that you can bring your vehicle to a stop when you have to. Stop road crashes now. Stay alive.
This road safety education is brought to you by the National Road Safety Authority.
Vote Hassan Ayariga, vote number 7 on the 7th of December. Vote APC and its parliamentary candidates. Vote Ayariga for transformation and inclusive governance, a data-driven economy, jobs and development. Vote for youth empowerment. Vote Hassan Ayariga.
Use your power.
You're welcome back to the Citi Newsroom here on Citi TV. To some more stories. The parliamentary candidate of the National Democratic Congress for Ayawaso Central, Abdul Rauf Tubazu, has vowed to unseat the incumbent MP Henry Quartey. Mr. Quartey, who took over from former MP Sheikh Isikwe, has been the legislator for the constituency since 2012. With a few days to the 2020 polls, Abdul Rauf says he's confident of breaking the NPP's 24-year dominance of the constituency. In this episode of the Constituency Radar, Citi News' Kweku Eduamansa puts the spotlight on the Ayawaso Central constituency.
The Ayawaso Central constituency, according to the 2010 census, had a population of 1,665,086. Out of this, about 47% were migrants who had settled in the constituency. It is surrounded by Ayawaso East, West and North constituencies. The constituency hosts communities like Kokomlemle, Kaprais, Alajo, Kotobabi, Malamata and Pig Farm, amongst others. The Ayawaso Central constituency encompasses mainly Akans and others. The developing constituency has transformed to become one of Accra's major trading hubs. Many have declared the constituency a safe seat for the New Patriotic Party following election results from 1996 to 2016. In the 1996 presidential election, the NPP's J.A. Kofor won with over 31,000, while the NDC's Rawlings followed with about 29,000 votes. The 2000 election saw a reduction in the votes of J.A. Kofor by about 1,000 and over 8,000 votes for the NDC's Atta Mills. The NPP maintained a win in the 2004, 2008, 2012 and the 2016 elections. Members of the New Patriotic Party believe the party will continue to garner more votes due to the implementation of various policies.
Because me near Fikakra, maybe two buziamo, and Kroma Kura Namishan, dear bet. Say, yeah, share and Kroma Ejuma, or yes, 7 years. Near Shana Nadia Juma, why 4 years now?
Vote
Vote for somebody, even in the mix of people, he can be recognized. Vote for somebody, you can look at his face and talk to. Vote for somebody, even if he's speaking. Just vote for Don Roman. That is
free light and free pipe. Look at our pipe. Look at our pipe. It be coming once a week. Even that week, it will come in the night. You come and see us queuing around 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock. We are still fetching water. 5 o'clock, they will close it. Everybody will not get to fetch it. What is the free there for?
So you think that we are being deceived?
We are being deceived because it's campaign time. We are being deceived because he wants us to believe that it's free. Then later, he will bring it to us in double. How are we going to pay? We've seen the worst president ever, like Nanado.
The parliamentary election has also been dominated by the NPP since 1996. NPP's Sheikh Isikwe held the seat for 16 years until he exited in 2011. The current Deputy Minister for National Security and the incumbent Member of Parliament, Henry Quartey, has been in Parliament since 2012. For residents of Pig Farm, Kotobabi and Alajo, their major concern has to do with poor drainage systems which often lead to flooding. They say they will only vote for the candidate who is ready to fix this challenge.
The gutter started from some place and it has ended somewhere, which I think is a very huge problem. Okay, yes, roads, they are doing roads, which is also good, but when it rains, okay, we have serious challenges concerning the gutter. It's somewhere like a slum area, which we need protection from this gutter and stuff. So what will influence me for now, I think I'm still looking at certain things. And when it comes to light and stuff, yes, they are doing well as well. But my main problem is the gutter.
They are also concerned about limited job opportunities, especially for the youth.
He said if he come, he will help us, make we get everything, make we get work. But since a ricotta chop, I never see him with my 2 eyes before in pig farm.
When he came to Power 2016, if he improved something, the boys go to the park there, as my brother said earlier. You see them sitting there in numbers, plenty of them smoking ganja because there's nothing to do.
For some residents of Kukumlemle and Kaprais, they seem impressed with the work of the incumbent Member of Parliament and have vowed to maintain him.
Power needs to be maintained because of the numerous infrastructure development he has brought to this constituency. Since you are journalists, you can go to the grounds and confirm for yourself. Several roads have been constructed in all the electoral areas, Kotobabi, Pig Farm, Alajo, Kukumlemle, Malamata, everywhere.
It appears this year's contest may be much more interesting considering the influence of the NDC's candidate Abdul Rauf Tubazu, affectionately known as the Golden Boy.
Position than any of the previous candidates. Our candidate, he's a two-time candidate. He has been tested. Everybody has seen his performance. So it's not that he's come to tell us that I'm coming to do A, I'm coming to do B, I'm coming to do C. He has gotten the opportunity. He has even been a minister. So he has no reason not to perform. So that judgment is done. What is now left is how I can also give the constituents credibility that when I come, I will execute. And I'm telling that I have started doing small things that they can also benefit from.
He says once the election is conducted in a free, fair and transparent manner, he will emerge victorious. The incumbent Member of Parliament and New Patriotic Party candidate, Henry Korte, also says his good works will speak for him.
By the grace of the Almighty God that I serve, victory is not that I'm winning, I have won by the grace of God. God has established it for me that I have won. And I believe by the grace of God I have won because it's by faith. And I've lived by that faith since 2012. And that faith will not be back for me by the grace of God.
But only December 7 can decide. Reporting from the Ayawaso Central constituency, my name is Kweku Eduamansi.
This is the Election Bureau. You're watching the Citi Newsroom. Let's return to the Fanziman constituency in the central region where some residents have resolved to vote for the NPP parliamentary candidate Ophelia Hayford in honor of her late husband Eko Hayford. Until his demise, the late Eko Hayford was the incumbent Member of Parliament for the constituency. Citi News' Vivian Kailoko is there for us.
So it's still the Citi Newsroom. Boss, oh yeah, then what?
But you make me asking.
Okay, we are suffering.
Yeah.
And say every day over here.
Oh yeah, every day.
How many times a week now over here?
Once a week, every market days.
Market Wednesdays, market day Wednesdays. Now over no, I'm here we are now. We are busy.
Oh, we are busy, but when I saw do attention, no, at every Friday so far. I day of birth, I do so far. See, do I am fan of doses? Do I have fun? I'm fan of doses when I was far, but I also said the young cat.
How many years? Why are you?
Oh, why 31 years?
31 years. Now one guy's already
51.
Where are you 51? Also be already 30. Oh, fine. Now, offer her.
But if you are going to sleep,
offer and today be offer going to sleep. Wednesday.
For the meantime, maybe.
Oh, to her. To better about her. About so better.
My first person.
Oh, first person. Hey, when you are break. Now, dear, now overshare. Now the better about.
The man go secondary school. Say free say ya. Come to me come cool. But make sure when I go secondary school, at times say one far advantage by young people. See, come share say your man get at least. Last year, my baba could. The bomb was asking me to my head, Papa Biama.
And the free suggestion to all the back of MPP. Now, say, I saw more MP, no, you're Pepuno, you're now, I bet you not so say. Almost all the man, now the man, oh, yes, cut them blouse.
Maybe they must get them blouse. Top and down streets.
Over straight dress, pencil dress.
So, see that for winter.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was it. Papa was awful. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, we're so proud. So interesting. Mommy, yeah, proud day.
We're from Efwa Amwe Suwa, English by the way. Asabi.
English by the way, as I know said.
Tell Asabi, hey, now I'm not a cabrofo.
And a young cabrofo.
Yes, talk to me.
What do you sell here?
Pepper, granules, onion, everything.
How long have you been selling here?
Pepper, granules.
How many years have you sold pepper and
many years.
Okay. 2016, did you vote?
Yes, sir.
Who did you vote for? 2016, who did you vote for?
Understanding by
2016, who to have?
Metropa. Metropa, 16 now. MPP.
Now 2020 so.
My vote to quote MPP. Every MPP to 100 years MPP.
I don't know MPP as
aha me pronounce chada aba me pronounce we asa no. Oye papa da ma kuma do nso na moto.
Afa ho na se wonye adwuma open sa.
Wanye adwuma. Ono do baba wanye adwuma na obaba tu na obaye adwuma. Into me pandam. Minina ma na me free education ma me be wa akọ SS. Ma to last 4 years I'm no free education. Me good am to musu me yan fa so kakra wo.
Very interesting. Starts from the market woman here. Mommy, Pacha first.
From Auntie.
Auntie, oh yeah, don't want her.
Mediga.
Oh, Dinga. Now, oh, to her.
Well, Mina.
Oh, well, Mina. Now, I buy you better be.
Metopa.
Then I'll bet you now, better about.
Oh, I made the Yamasian Canopal. I would vote for JM.
Okay.
Because me, my dear JM, JM, be papa.
Yeah, not JM, yeah.
Hey, JM. Hey, Chef, the person here, Yakwa, or the time I bet 2 o'clock. Because of car traffic. In the why car interchanging traffic in the Jinabado across Asia. Share a friend circle. I don't hear her. And send a easy block OCC. It's a central region, so Kotokaba market. Nini a JM no yeah. It's a JM all the way.
We're still at the Mankasim market in the central region. It is the election bureau. My name is Vivian Kai Local. This is Citi TV. If you're listening via radio, it is Citi FM 97.3 FM. I'm going to speak to, remember when I started, I told you that this market is known for kako. I'm going to speak to the vice president. There's an association for that. We're going to look at their challenges, among others, and the election draws near, what they think about that. Welcome to the Citi Newsroom and the election bureau. What's your name, please?
Ebo say.
Okay, Mr. Say.
AKA Ankrebo.
Ankrebo. It's Ankrebo Pacho. Oh, you're vice president of
Fishermen and Kako Dealers Association.
Okay. Now, Kako, Monya Free Farm.
You fi Senegal.
And then Ghana, Kako Niha.
Ghana, you be bet very scanty. Kakrebi ni yenyawaha. Quantity a yenhiano. Yentumi yen free Ghana. Nti yenye fi Senegal, Mauritania, Gambia, Guinea, and Sierra Leone.
Now, elections, back 2020 elections, a few days to elections. More honey saying.
Election there to say football. Your boy, you are never who you power obey. Aha. Yeah, you say, you obey me.
Oh, bonus say, oh, boy, defense and a striker.
Yeah, you were middle. Maybe a day, yeah, aha.
Now, they say, there was no near bed now, Uncle Sonia, or yeah, no,
yeah, I obey a man, be a pay. You to me, you saw this on your mind. You obey a man, be a pay. Any problem? They are Koso.
They are power Konoso.
Yeah, you'll be a baby. Oh, we are on the policy out the bar. Yeah, twins is a policy, mom. One police, no, the bar. They are able to mean they do so. They are to mean so that
ya Alaska.
Na one ga so beto aba.
Metu bi pa me wo ID card for ha me beto aba.
Enti dia na wo hwe na wo de to aba.
Me hwe enyoma ekoso say ye ana say ye. Bibi ti say free education say me say eye ma obia. Ye ntumi nye sika bia ndi. Ti say free nyoma. Ndi say free nyoma ba dia. Yes ye be hwe na ya to so aba.
So the other free nyama don there over strike man.
Let's strike man.
Na the one for free bad there.
One for free amba. Me dia na menye free unchai. Me nya free unchai. Free pen yes ye be free aban no ho. Okay. Free aban ho. Nti wa odi free baba there. Yes ye be di wachi.
You're still watching the Citi Newsroom here on Citi TV. Still to come, we'll tell you how Citi FM and Citi TV is preparing to bring you the best coverage of the 2020 general elections come December 7.
We have the details right here after this break. Do stay.
As we prepare to go to the polls in December, let's always remember that we have done this before in peace and in harmony. We have gone to the polls 7 times, and each of those polls have been hailed around the world as remarkably peaceful.
From 1992 till now, we have garnered almost 3 decades of solid experience with persuasive arguments respecting our rights to hold different opinions.
In an unlikely event that you are tempted to use violence against an opponent, take a deep breath and remember the simple fact. That is just not how we do it here in Ghana.
Arguments may be heated, voices might be raised, we might poke fun at each other, but through it all, we do not resort to violence.
We have a nation to build. Other nations are looking up to us as example. As we go to the polls, remember to keep the peace that exists in the country. Let's vote in peace.
What did the pharmacist say?
Grandma, he said this medication too is not covered under the NHIS.
Oh, are they destroying the national health insurance too?
No worries, Grandma. In the NDC's People's Manifesto, John Mahama says if he wins, he will provide free primary health care for all.
That's interesting. Tell me more.
Oh yes, under this policy, any Ghanaian who visits the district hospital, clinic, polyclinic, or the CHIPS compound with malaria, hypertension, diabetes, fibroid and so on will be treated for free, whether or not they have an NHIS card.
Really?
Oh yes, Grandma. All you need to enjoy free healthcare is the possession of any national ID card that shows that you are Ghanaian.
But Baba, will he cancel the national health insurance?
No, Grandma. He won't cancel the NHIS.
Oh, okay.
The free primary healthcare policy will just complement the NHIS.
Is that so?
Yes, Grandma. There's a big one. In addition, he plans to establish a kidney and cancer disease trust fund to support people with your condition who waste all their life savings on treatment.
Oh, wow. May God bless this man.
Vote John Mahama and NDC for jobs and prosperity for all.
Hey friends, make a wish upon a magical festive brought by Mom and Dad from GoTV Land with lots of friends who want to play, teach and dance. GoTV's everyone's favorite place this festive. GoTV. Love it.
Vote Hassan Ayariga, vote number 7 on the 7th of December. Vote APC and its parliamentary candidates. Vote Ayariga for transformation and inclusive governance, a data-driven economy, jobs and development. Vote for youth empowerment. Vote Hassan Ayariga.
Use your power.
For the last 4 years, we have all been sleeping better at night because we know that no matter what challenges tomorrow brings, there is someone who we can trust with the education of our children. Someone we can trust to make sure we will still have jobs to go to in the morning. Because we know that no matter what challenges tomorrow brings, there is someone in charge who we can trust. Someone we can trust to protect us from COVID-19 and bring us to safety. One person who stays up to make sure we all can sleep tight. On December 7th, you have the power to give 4 more for Nana to do more for you.
You're still watching the Citi Newsroom. We're a few days away from December 7, and your election bureau, Citi TV, Citi FM, and the Citi Newsroom are ready to deliver the best in terms of coverage for this year's elections. But what is our level of preparation? What has gone into our preparation for this year's election? I have here with me the General Manager for the station, Bernard Koko Avle, to run us through how well prepared are we, what's our plan going into this election?
Thank you, Bobby. We are very ready. We've been preparing for quite a while. A good election has always 3 parts: the pre-election, the election day itself, and the post-election. And if you've been following what we've been doing on TV and radio, you've noticed that we've had the Voters' Diary and a few other programs which have built up nicely to where we are today. So in terms of pre-election, we feel pretty confident. Now for the election itself, we are very, very ready. And I don't know what you want to know, but I think that in terms of the platforms, the personnel, the places, we are looking forward to it.
In terms of the team, talk to me about the team we have on the ground.
So let me just put it this way. We have 3 platforms first. So you have radio, television, and online. So we have 3 platforms. Then we have 4 bureaus. So we have the Accra Bureau, which is the headquarters. We have Kumasi, we have Tamale, and Takrady. Then in terms of the people on air, we have 6 analysts and 10 presenters. Okay, so that's about 15, 16 of our team, journalists. Then we have about 60 journalists working online and also in the various regions and in Accra. Okay. Then we have about 300 volunteers across the country. Okay. And of course, then we have partner station network that we're working with as well. So 3 platforms, up to 15 personalities on air, up to 60 journalists, 300 volunteers working in all 16 regions of the country, and it's really a team effort that we're putting together to cover this election.
So we essentially are very much ready. Now, on election day, what should our target audience expect in terms of our programming and the content we'll be churning out?
So let me again divide that for people to follow. So the way voting works, it starts at 7 a.m., ends at 5 p.m., and then you have the counting. So between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m., we're covering for radio, television, and online, giving people a sense of what's happening. Then from 6 p.m. to midnight, the results start coming in, constituency levels, and polling station, and then constituency levels. So we're going to have an uninterrupted coverage from 6 a.m. on voting day until Mrs. Jean Mensah, who is the returning officer for the election, declares the final result. We're not going to go on any break. So it's going to be 6 a.m. till Mama calls. And it's going to be really in 3 parts. The election itself, in terms of the conduct, materials, security, voting, and all those things. Then you have the counting, and then the declaration. Then, of course, there's the collation centers. We'll be at all the collation centers for each constituency. Then there's also the regional collations before the EC, who say they'll declare the time that they want to declare. So it's really, and of course, it's not just telling people what's happening, it's also what it means. Because election coverage is not just about reporting the information in its raw state. It's about contextualizing it. So we have graphical depictions, we have models. So infographics for online, we have models that we use for people to see. So for example, if the polling station at Snap School gives you the results, how did it behave last election? How does this compare with the turnout for the previous one? What does this mean for the broader context of the constituency? So I think what you will get with Citi is accurate information in terms of what has happened and also insightful analysis of what it means, so that you don't just have to wait till the results are announced. You can see where it's trending, and you can also put it in greater context based on the quality of analysis our team will put together.
So essentially, insightful, contextualized coverage of the elections. So the team is ready. I mean, you're ready. So at the end of the day, our audience should expect the best coverage so far.
This is our 5th election. We did 2004, 2008, 2012, 2016, and this is 2020. Technology has improved. We have more resources. We have eyes everywhere. Our journalists have learned on the job. And I think our listeners and our viewers know that when it comes to credibility, Citi stands out. So they should just relax, call their friends to join. Now, those who are abroad who can't necessarily be here, we will be streaming everything live on citinewsroom.com, both video and audio. And there will be lots of infographics to explain what's going on. And there's a lot of material we'll put on the website for people to be able to compare, to understand what's happening. So you would not miss any important thing if you stay with Citi on either radio, television, or online.
So for the most credible and insightful coverage for this year's elections, you know where to be on Citi TV, Citi FM, and the Citi Newsroom. We just heard our General Manager, Bernard Koko Able, essentially mentioning that we are ready to go. This is the Citi Newsroom. And that's how we wrap up today's edition of the Citi Newsroom. Do remember that our website, citinewsroom.com, has more stories for you.
Subscribe to CitiTube on YouTube for more exclusive video content from Citi TV.
Download the Citi Newsroom app from the Google Play Store or the App Store and keep updated on the go.
Download. You can also watch CTV on DSTV channel 363 and GoTV channel 182.
My name is Bobi Osei.
And I am Mina W. Many thanks for watching.
Rigworld Solutions is a wholly owned Ghanaian company that offers multiple engineering solutions for the extractive and petrochemical industries. We manufacture industrial bolts and nuts, fasteners, hoses and fittings. From our factory at Kejebri in Takrade in the western region of Ghana, Rigworld Solutions employs Ghanaians to produce world-class products. With cutting-edge technology, all products are manufactured to ensure the strictest adherence to customer specifications. The threading, cutting, chamfering, and stamping of the bars are modeled around the ISO 9001 global standard. Safety is at the heart of every production process at Rigworld Solutions. From the coating to the sandblasting, the washing and the phosphate treatment, Our quality control checks are the most rigorous in the industry. We have instituted full part traceability throughout the manufacturing process, and all products are measured and inspected for specification conformity before deployment to you. Locate our factory in Kejabri off the Takrady Takwa Road. Call 0302 949917 or 0540 107504. Email enquiry